I expect to see inventories fall victim to the Malzahar and Skarner attacks. You've got suppression on both sides. Purple champions and suppressions go pretty well together, and remember that each group does have 3 teams in it, 2 of which get to go on to the knockout stage, 1 of which will not. And Group D is also the group that does not have one of the big, main region teams. Candy finding a little bit of damage down onto Kira there, but Diamond Prox hovering around this one. Has popped the Predator. You can see Empty with a Predator of his own. Both these junglers looking to fight. Stun comes out. There's your pull as well. Empty dragging him back. More Chain CC going to be popped off. Damage going through. Diamond Prox getting himself away, but it's Koala with the Ignite and the Flash to secure the kill.
That is such a cute play coming out of this Ghana right there. Able to read Diamond Prox again like a book. Diamond wanted to go bottom. All of a sudden, Empty's down there. Big pull.
Yeah, for G-Rex, Kira could be in some trouble here. Empty goes to the flash, into the pull, into the damage, into the ult, into the kill! And Empty sets up the second.
That is just so well played. Immediate suppression, but the impressive thing is that Candy uses the ult first to get the orbs out for the follow-up stun. So this time they're confident. They've got their first couple of items. Koala in some trouble.
Oh, it's going to be a big team fight, though. Koala going in, looking to start things off. Damage already coming down. Edward exploded. Diamond Prox now tanking up. Everyone has to flash himself out of that one to stay alive. G-Rex goes 1 for 0 in the fight. You can't pour your damage into Alistar.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, I thought he was going to be picked off there. I thought, potentially just grabbed by Kira. A ward goes into the brush, but instead they base check the Alistar. 4-man pole. And top lane now, they're going to be able to take the turret. Steos heals to get away, but that's not really what you're looking for.
Can't heal the turret.
All of it is gone. And G-Rex are just like, yeah, this is where the game should be. We're now very confident.
Sound the Oran Horn. Looking to go after Stitch here. Nice flash. Got himself away from that one as Koala's going to run interference. Looking to keep him out of the way yet again. Stitch has the fancy feet. He gets himself out of the way yet again. Edward's going to be thrown backwards. He's looking to grab the kill onto him. PK makes it happen. Still going to be on the front line there with the Uragot. Suppression goes down on the Candy behind enemy lines. But now Kira, you're alone, man. This is not the place to be. Candy cashes in, and G-Rex 2 more kills.
And time again, GAMBIT are like, this is the play that we're looking for, and they realize halfway through it certainly is not. G-Rex punishing them for sticking their hand in the cookie jar. And you can just see how confident this lineup is right now. They did the hard yards at the start of the game. Now all of it is paying off, and they've got leads everywhere.
Another one just popped up in the bottom lane as Shelly used herself as a human, Void Thing Wrecking Ball to take that one down. PK moving up through the enemy jungle. No concern whatsoever for what's going on right here. Steos trying to get himself away, but Empty decides they're going to bring Diamond Prox right back into the rest of the boys. Candy barely escaping from that one, accidentally taking the turret aggro, as Loda does manage to pick up the kill onto Stitch in the jungle in the meantime, but that is still 19 minutes into this game almost before GAMBIT get their first kill.
And G-Rex just continually roll with that momentum, they speed the game up. They say, you want to go aggressive, we can certainly fight fire with fire. You use so much in that bottom lane assault game. Wouldn't be surprised to see Kira fall even further behind and Loda start taking his farm, because this is an area that potentially GAMBIT is in trouble with.
GAMBIT decide to make the call to go for Drake number 2, but PK has found his way into the side of the fight, looking to grab some damage down on Akira, who is going to be taken decently low here, loses about 1/4 of the HP. Koala goes in, play to stop the charge. Empty goes over the wall, still going to make some kind of a play here. GAMBIT still could turn this one around. The Oran Horn comes through, as Koala will be saved by the ultimate from the Callista. G-Rex lose the Drake and they lose their top laner. Those are the kind of mistakes that GAMBIT needs to punish, and they find them.
Yeah, the easiest way to win a fight when you're 5,000 gold behind is if they don't bring everyone on their team to that fight. And you can see right there that Candy was absolutely nowhere near it.
Comment again on the itemization here, because Candy's finished item number 2, but it's not what you typically see. It is a Void Staff, which, remember, the changes to MR itemization that happened not recently at this point, but the most recent ones is, just delete him right out of the game, why don't you? Empty, grabbing himself kill number 3 this game, but Candy wants to make sure that even if he's having to put damage into the guys on the front line like Steos or Edward, it punches through. And when you've got damage like that, it's going to punch through.
Certainly is, and now all of a sudden Steos in the bottom lane is going to try and save this turret. I don't think it's going to work.
No.
I think that too many times we've seen GAMBIT look for opportunistic plays that are just going nowhere. And this is going to be an interesting fight.
The bonk noises as he does 50 HP damage to Urgot every time were thematically appropriate there, as PK now has to find a way out of this one because backup is coming. Even if Steos doesn't have the ability to take this Urgot down very effectively, Logic does. Horn gets sounded. There's the part that they need, that second hit connect, as PK is going to be taken down. Kill number 2 over the 80 carry of Gambit. But G-Rex has decided they're going to go for the Baron. Remember, they are in a 4v5 if this fight breaks down all the way. Empty's in some trouble, going to be knocked back into the rest of the team. Kira's going to suppress him further. Even so now, as Edward tries to go forward, he's going to be CC'd, brought down. Skarner pull, make sure of that one. Steos into the back line. Koala absorbing the damage from the reset carry. The resets come in. Logic goes forward. It's shut down for Kira. Empty's going to be targeted next. Logic looking to grab the damage onto Candy, not looking away. Does the flash, finds the devil kill for his mid laner. And Gambit Esports have found their fight.
And G-Rex thought they had the Baron, but they did not consider the 2 teleports. Both Logic as well as Stejos able to make it to the fight. Now pressure is on Empty to be able to steal away this Baron.
I like what Logic did there. Hop over the wall, pop the plant, go right back. PK's alive though. Wants to come in and keep them off this Baron. Health bars are low, mana bars are low, but there's still tools to be used here for Gambit. Can they manage to make this happen? Steos, good job using the stasis there to keep himself away from the Urgot ultimate. PK likely going to be taken down here, 1 versus 5. Not really a number you want to find yourself in too often, but he buys enough time to keep Baron away from Gambit. He did his job.
Yeah, absolutely, and they maintain the 5,000 gold lead. So whilst you make the monumental error of, you know, starting up the objective whilst the teleports are available and getting cleaned up in the team fight, this was very nicely played by Diamondprox. That is a perfect cast. Edward unfortunately missing the hook meant that the ultimate had to be used onto Empty, but still the aggression out of the veteran players, you know, Stejos getting onto the back line with 3 members putting damage into him. That's not where G-Rex wants to be at this stage of the game with fights. And the target prioritization was also just really nice. You know, you're not going to be able to kill Empty. Let that guy go. Focus on the mid laner.
Just yet, onto the front line they go. Skarner suppression going to pull Stejos away. Goes into the Gargoyle Stone Plate, going to take the Lantern now, looking to get himself out. Koala over the wall, able to find something, able to find some control as PK puts him in the grinder. And we're off to the races as G-Rex finds 2.
And another confusing decision coming out from Gambit. It looked like they had just regained some semblance of control. You know, they had teleport advantage on Kira, but instead they choose to group up one more time. They give over 2 kills, and now Baron is the objective.
G-Rex Baron, second time's the charm, or is it? Gambit still have 3 members to try to stop this one with. Koala could be in some trouble, is going to be taken low, does not have Alistair ultimate. Logic goes on a rampage, taking him down. Diamond over the wall, are you the hero of the day? He goes in early, it's going to be secured by Kalista. Logic wants to find the kill, grabs one onto Candy, still looking to finish off even more. Stitch grabs the damage down now onto him. Kira's already shut down as Empty grabs that shutdown onto Logic as well. It's G-Rex winning the fight and taking the Baron.
And the hardest champion to outsmite is going to be the Kalista. So many spears put into that Baron with the Rage Blade as well. You know, interesting decision to go for the steal and not just the fight. If Diamond had have regrouped with the team, could have been different, but this is the questionable situation that started it all off. You know, they throw the ultimate at Stitch, the only flashless member of the lineup with his support, but they're just not able to get anywhere near him. And as you mentioned, even though Stejos is tanky, that execute damage that comes through underneath 25% rips him back in. PK gets a very nice spear here and continues the chase. There's a reason Urgot is so powerful in the current meta, and it just plays like that.
And here you go, Gambit jumping in, trying to make something happen in Baron. Yeah, you get the support.
Well, this is a confusing bit. Is Diamond goes over and looks for the steal.
Full enemy members. Mid lane tier 2 still standing. The last turret outside of the base to do so for Gambit, but it won't be that way for long. Damage comes through. Koala goes forward just to zone everybody else out. Empty decides to pop the Righteous Glory just to see if maybe somebody's going to step up too far.
They're fighting again.
There goes the Horn. Finds its way onto some of the tanks. Suppression down into PK. That's not the guy you need. Diamondprox barely getting himself out. Stejo's going to be pulled back by the Skarner ulti. PK's got the fear and the execution as Gambit falls apart. 5 still alive for G-Rex, and the push continues.
And this guy on Ergon is an absolute monster time and time again. The fear has been there, and PK carrying G-Rex in these team fights.
The TP brings him right back into what could very well be the game-winning push. 20 seconds left before Edward and Diamond Prox can rejoin the fight. It's Kira and Logic versus the world, but the world is looking pretty damn formidable right now. G-Rex collapsing onto that second Nexus turret. They do decide it's time to back. They won't go for the win here.
Yeah, and I mean, that's disciplined play. They take one of the base turrets. They're not able to knock down the victory, so they take the tempo reset. They're going to be back on the map at the same time as the Gambit lineup, because Stehos still isn't up. But really, it has been Empty and PK, that front line that we're talking about, that have done majority of the heavy lifting.
I mean, Empty's had a phenomenal game. 5-0-7. He has 80% kill participation and hasn't died once on a pure front liner. That's a very impressive showing from him here in this game.
And as we said, playing Skarner against, you know, the likes of the Gragas and the Thresh that are so good at body blocking, so good at keeping you away,
yeah,
is an impressive game so far.
Skarner versus Gragas, as someone who has played a lot of that matchup, can be very frustrating. The champion's got a lot of ways to keep you out and
or to actually just take you further back in.
Yeah.
You have to access a line, he just casts you away. Now they have to team fight when they're 10,000 gold down.
G-Rex says, all right, here's where it's going to be. This is the fight. PK goes into Gargoyle Stoneplate. Diamond Prox to the front, immediately destroyed as Stitch goes on a killing spree. G-Rex still looking to take this one even further. Empty on the front line, still going to be shielded up. Stitch maybe in some trouble for now. Stehos goes in, looking to start this one off. Lodic's going to be untouched for now. Still trying to get himself out, but he gets bursted down. And everybody's dead on Gambit. A double kill over to the side of the mid laner for G-Rex.
And Empty is having a godlike performance. Flashes in, gets his man in Logic, and is only Kira alive. He will take himself a Rift Scuttler, but he will ultimately lose this game.
I feel like I jinxed it. As soon as I say Lodic's untouched, he immediately just gets deleted. And there's no way out for the AD carry or for the team of Gambit. They will not find their success here in game number 1. Instead, it's G-Rex who
gets denied by an
inhibitor respawn, but give me just a couple seconds here and we're gonna get right back on the hype wagon as LMS's third seed finds their first win in the second game of Worlds 2018.
And a pretty commanding performance out of G-Rex.
Yes,
they won all 3 lanes. They were able to have very good control over how that game was pathing. And I think, you know, some desperation plays out of Gambit, maybe sooner than I would have liked to have seen them. But G-Rex, all compliments to them, caught every one of those plays and were able to turn them around. You know, there was one iffy Baron. Yeah, but apart from that one mistake, this team looked very good.
The Baron was throwy, but honestly, they controlled the early game so well. Going back to what we were talking about with the experience on Gambit, how these guys, some of them been around for a very, very long time, going up against a team in G-Rex that literally joined the LMS at the beginning of this competitive year. They've got all these new players here on the world stage. We talked about realizing the gravity of the situation as you sit down in Law Park and you realize, hey, this is the